How concerned should you be for the mega lockdown? Now, guys, for those of you that already know, I did a video on a ton of us done videos on the new Mpox strain that is currently circulating the globe, if you will. It was in Africa, but now they're seeing it. They saw it in Sweden, I think Iran, or one of those Middle Eastern countries, and they're starting to see it in wastewater in California, I think Texas, and another state here in the United States. So why is it in, whatever, I don't know why it's in wastewater, and if it is in wastewater, that means somebody has it. So like I said in my earlier video and live stream, it's only going to be a matter of time. I would say within a week or two, we're going to start seeing cases pop up here. All right. So now the World Health Organization director, the lead guy, this dude here, I can never pronounce his last name, but I think his first name is Tedros, Dr. Tedros, some bullshit and another, right? So he's stating that governments of the world should prepare for a mega lockdown. This, guys, is the bigger problem, because now they're calling for a global shutdown of everything, which obviously, guys, we saw what happened when they did it for certain countries. And though a lot of countries did go along with that nonsense, they're talking about a global tightening up of everything so that you can't go here, you can't go there. In some countries, they might even force you to stay in your homes. Now, here in the United States, that's going to be hard to do. They tried to do it. They did arrest some people who were walking on the beach or took their kids to the park. That did happen during the whole Mr. 19 event. This is not easily transmittable like Mr. 19, yet for some reason it's spreading like so. This is a more contact disease, and they're also saying with this new strain, which is a deadlier strain, which is the Clade 1B, this strain is killing more people and it has a higher mortality rate of 10% in kids and 5% in adults. And that's what I read about a week ago. I guarantee you that mortality rate is going to change. Without a doubt, it's going to be a little higher to scare more people. Now, it's not airborne. It's not being spread in any other manner other than direct contact, but they are stating that this new strain, if somebody touches a desk or a pole on a train or a handle or whatever it is, or touches your face, good morning, now you got monkeypox, right? Like that, they're saying it's that contagious, which again, I'm sort of calling bullshit on it. But anyway, we'll see how fast it spreads once it gets here, because there is a population that apparently can't keep their dick in their pants. All right. So with this guy calling for a global shutdown of everything, or lockdown, again, it's just in time for the most contentious election in American history, which is our election, obviously. And this is the most important election in Americans' history, though we already know who's going to win. But in case he wins, in case he starts creeping up in the polls, which I think he's going to start creeping up, because they're going to start finding out stuff about Tim Walz, which they're not going to like. And then Kamala Harris's nonsense is starting to leak out as well, and it's starting to dwindle at her numbers. Not enough to make a difference, but hopefully more of this stuff comes out. Trump starts speaking about this more instead of attacking her personally, and then her numbers will drop. Now, if her numbers start dropping in his favor, they can absolutely release this, or they're going to release it anyway, because the World Health Organization wants complete control of all countries. With that medical treaty or emergency health treaty that they signed, or they threw the idea at the United States a few months ago, up to a year ago rather, sorry, a lot of countries signed it and we didn't sign it yet. That was yet. If this is a slow growing process, the Mpox or monkeypox, and Mpox is monkeypox. They changed the name because it was a derogatory meaning. To fucking who? Who was offended by monkeypox? I'm like, the only other thing I could think of that were the people that were offended were black folks. And what black folks were offended by monkeypox? Well, they call us monkey. I'm going to get into it. It's just a stupid reason to change the name because it offended some. If you would have called it niggerpox, that's an entirely different ballgame. That's going to offend some people. Look at them niggas over there with them niggerpox, right? That shit's offensive. But monkeypox, I'm like, that means you're saying that I'm offended by being called a monkey when I'm never offended by being called a monkey, because a monkey is strong, they're fucking fast, and they can swing from trees and open up an ant with their feet. They're winning. So it's not an offense comment. That's actually you call me a monkey, I'm like, all right, let's get into a fight and see how monkeyish I am, right? Rip your arms out of your socket kind of deal. But anyway, not the point of the video. The point of the video, guys, is that there is a do not comply group that's forming, and that's those of us who already started that movement. We were out there, or rather in here, or out there, however you want to look at it, sorry, and we did the do not comply. We said we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, we're not staying in our home, we're still going to go out camping, we're still going to go out to restaurants, we're still going to eat outside because a lot of the restaurants were closed, especially in cities like New York. We did that dance already. But this is going to have more people involved because a lot of people are just not, businesses are not going to shut down because of this. People are not going to stay in their home because of this. Now, this is, again, a contact disease. So you got to lick the side of somebody's face or I don't know, lick a fucking a street pole or some shit, or a pole in the train station, or a handle or something to actually get it. I mean, you're just going to prompt people to wear a mask now and gloves. And every time they touch something, they just take the gloves off and throw them away. I mean, that's a lot of gloves you're going to go through, but nonetheless, that's more likely how you're going to get it. I mean, on the train, I guess people do lean on the poles and stuff, and they lean on the doors, but people are not touching the train doors like that. And yes, they are touching the poles in the train stations and handles and things like that. So maybe that it'll spread through that manner. But if we see it here in New York, I guarantee you it's going to spread fairly quick. Not as fast as Mr. 19, but it's going to spread fairly quick. Now, the point of the video, going back to that, is that be careful of the bullshit and be careful of what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell us a whole lot of shit. They're going to change things as they go along. They're going to start pushing the arm ticket for the Mpox. They're already pushing that now. They're talking about like a few million doses being handed out to the Africans. And now countries are stockpiling it. So, we're definitely headed down that road. What you do is up to you. I did this dance. You guys know what I'm going to do the next time around. I'm not going to take anybody's arm ticket, and I'm not going to comply with any of the bullshit that they want us to comply with. That is out. Wearing a mask wearing a face covering does not help with this. So again, do what you must, but you know where I stand, and I know a lot of you guys stand. Some of you guys might be scared and be like, oh my God, I don't want to look like the Elephant Man. Then fall into the fucking folds. Be that guy or girl who's going to listen to these people and their ever-changing information. Because I guarantee you, between now and the end of this year, the monkeypox information is going to change. And it's probably going to be airborne at some point, which would be virtually impossible for that kind of disease to be airborne. But nonetheless, they're probably going to make it so. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.